Okay, so in this session, let's discuss about vehicle AI system within our procedural road system. So the content to be covered is basically, I'll show you how we can spawn vehicle along the road and how those vehicle is able to detect the collisions and avoid those obstacles in intelligent fashion. And based on the drive side, the certain configurations can be done, such as if your level has two-way roads, then based on the drive side, the respective vehicles should choose a lane. Also road transitions, which means when there are multiple roads exist, or maybe there is intersection, the vehicles should take a decision to make a turn or follow the same road or things like that. Right, so let's see these topics in detail. Okay, so this is the level that I created on the previous session. So maybe let's take a duplicate of this one, map intersection. I'll call this one as map vehicles, right? And I'll open that up. So I don't need those roads and intersections, so I will simply delete this stuff. But I'll keep this one, which is the default two-way road. Right, and maybe I will increase its size a little bit further like this. Maybe I will rotate the player start to that road's direction. Okay, so we got this. Right, so just to show you how the vehicle AI work on the road, let's go to the vehicle directory, and there we have two different stuff, right? So we have off-road vehicle and sports car. So both of them actually taken from the default vehicle example provided by Unreal Engine. But in case if you need to implement a custom vehicle, you can create the instance like this and you can replace the existing meshes accordingly. Right. So maybe I will place this off-road car over here, right? And let's play. So currently you can see the vehicle is not driving through the level, but you can interact with the vehicle and you can drive it. Okay, but ideally what we need is we need to make this vehicle drive itself along the road. Okay, so for that actually you have to select the actor first, and then you have to go to this component, which is VPC vehicle system vehicle. So this is our own component to control the vehicle driving stuffs and the related AI logics. So in our scenario, we need to make our vehicle drive itself. So go to AI category and toggle this active AI drive option. So default AI behavior is follow spline path. So it will basically do that action through this road. So you don't need to actually set this road directly. It will automatically selected whatever the nearest road on the level. So in our scenario, we have only one road. So it will select this road as the closest road and assign that variable itself. Right. So I'll play it now. So now you can see the car is able to drive itself. And once it reach to the end of the road, it make a turn and go to the other lane and drive like that. So maybe I can show you the debug process as well. So if you need to debug its target location and predictive steering, you can toggle this stuff. So you'll be able to see how it work on runtime. So you can see it able to detect a location, and also it make a nice turn at the end of the road and follow the path again. Right. So those are just exist for the debugging stuffs, so I'll disable those things. Okay, so by default the road drive side is left, as you can see here, but currently it's driving on the right side. The reason is basically I haven't overridden the drive side. So if you click the override drive side, the vehicle is able to go on that specific road. Otherwise, it will apply the global drive side rule. So the global drive side rule is actually implemented, or they specified within the level manager. So if you select the level manager, and here you can see as the default vehicle drive side, it's configured as right. But here now I have been override that one to drive side left, which means it should go to the left lane like this and drive accordingly. Okay, right, now let's take a turn and choose the left side again. But anyway, this overriding should be done for, I mean, specialized places. Maybe if you need to do that specific scenario, but I would suggest if you need to make all of your vehicles drive on the left side, instead of overriding at the vehicle itself one by one, what you can do is you can simply go to the level manager and change its drive side to left side. So automatically the vehicle will take the left lane like this. Okay, right. So likewise you can add any amount of vehicle and it will be able to drive, but make sure to set it active, and for now I will select the default drive side as right. So you can see now both of these vehicle drive and make a turn and follow the path again. Okay, then the next thing is obstacle avoidance. So obstacle avoidance means basically if I place some obstacle instance here, instead of directly drive towards it and crash it, what this vehicle do is it make a brake first and try to make a turn after some random time. So I'll show you how it works. So for that I will place some block out, maybe some box over here, and maybe some wall over there, something like that. So now let's play. Okay, so you can see actually the vehicles are crashing, but after waiting some time it should make a turn. But for that make sure the collision detectors are set properly. Yeah, it has been set properly. Right, so maybe for now I will disable the drive of this vehicle. Active AI drive is disabled. We have only this vehicle. Maybe I will place this box in bit more distance place and play it back. Okay, now you can see even if it crashes, it waits some random time and try to make a steering without go and hit it again, right? So you can see it tries to find a possible path to drive again without hitting back, and if it found the path, it simply avoid that object and go around. Right. Maybe let's give it some help to this car. Right. So you can see now it detects that collision. It detects me as an obstacle and it drive past by. Right. Now you can see it passed that obstacle and go there. And again it hits the wall. It tries to avoid the wall like that. Go around. Basically, it takes some random decisions to make it turn to avoid that obstacle. Right, so that's how obstacle avoidance work. So I will remove this obstacle now. Now I will show you how this vehicle make a turn or some road transition at the intersections. So for that, I'll select this road and maybe let's spawn some intersection. So let's spawn a crossroad with two-way like this, and I'll spawn road on C2, C3 and C4. Right, all of these roads should be two-way with sidewalks, and I refresh it, and maybe I'll give some length like this. Okay. Right, so we are good to go. Now I will use first only this sport car, and just for the visualization purposes, let's enable debug target location so you will be able to see how it works. Right, so I'll go to the debug camera. So you can see it makes a turn to that specific position to this road, and since there is no road exist over here, it make a turn to a same lane, or actually the different lane, and go past by like that. Right, so at the intersection only it makes a decision to take which road it should take. Right, also you can see the lane is following properly. At the intersection, when it makes a turn, it selects the correct lane to drive, right, like this. Okay, so similarly for the T intersections also the same thing applies. Okay, right, so the next thing is basically in the runtime we can't place these vehicles manually, right? So at the runtime they should spawn dynamically to visualize the road traffic. So let's see how we can do that. So first I will remove this one because that's just a manual placement. So if you want to spawn the vehicles on runtime, all you have to do is go and select your road, and then under the setup vehicle, just select this one as active vehicle spawns. So by default, it will make a decision in between 3 to 5 vehicles to be spawned on the road within this specific space, right? Also, we have vehicle list, which means you can configure what sort of vehicle should be spawned on your level. Actually, what sort of vehicles that should spawn on this specific road. Right, now if I play it, you can see 2 vehicles has been appeared by default, and they are following the path accordingly. So likewise, all of these roads you can simply active the vehicle spawns and play it. Now you can see all of them have vehicles and they are following the paths correctly. And in case if they collide with each other, you can see they intelligently handle that collision and detect that as an obstacle and avoid it. Right. Okay. So that's how our vehicle AI system works. And make sure to configure any drive side related stuff at your level manager. Right. So one thing to notice is that if you need to implement your own AI logics to vehicles, or maybe even improve the existing logics, you can go and check out the vehicle blueprint based directory AI. There we have a behavior tree for the vehicles, which means BT vehicle. So these are the two different types of AI behaviors that I currently implemented, which is simply idle behavior and follows blind behavior. But in case if you need to have much more advanced features or some custom features, you can integrate those stuff to here as well. Okay, and the follows blind path logic, you can go check out how that has been implemented. Basically, it's implemented as a behavior tree task, which means a modular AI logic, right? So here you can see how it works on runtime. So basically, at the execution receive, it configures a set of parameters and initialize the road data. After that, at the event tick, it drives the car. So there it check for the AI behavior, and if the AI behavior matches with the current AI behavior on the BPC vehicle system vehicle component, it will simply perform a spline path following logic. And in case if it reaches to the end of the road, it switches the road accordingly at that specific intersection or that specific point. Right. So you can go through these instances and get a better understanding. So everything is properly defined over here like this. Okay, so that's about the vehicle AI. So in the next section, we'll cover pedestrian AIs on your level. So I'll see you there. Thank you.